Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, and we're gonna open one or two, depends on my cat. That's Neko. Say hello to everybody, Neko. And we're gonna go through this, hoping to find I'm kidding, I have no clue on what I'm finding here. I was gonna try to keep it sealed, but then I'm like, you know what, my adult children were like, nah, you can open them. You can do that instead, because I was going to send them each one of these, and I was going to get another box, but I decided not to worry about it. So they each have their favorite Pokemon, and mine is Mimikyu, which everybody keeps saying why, you know. I don't know. I don't know why. I just love that lonely guy, you know. And that's one of the things I love. Etsy does all kinds of cool stuff. I love their artwork, and I plan on buying some Mimikyu cards. So I'm not even worried about the what we're gonna get out of this. I just know that if you guys are watching, you could tell me. And then the evolution guides, what I'm supposed to be looking for. I'll probably look at this later. It's very nice. Nice book. Last time I opened a box like this was, gosh, so long ago. I don't even remember. I remember it was from the Japanese Mario Pokemon combination that I got when they were like $40 a box, and I fell in love with it because I love different combinations of stuff. My cat is howling and meowing for me to stop what I'm doing so I can go play with her, you know, so I could get some things done. That's the last time I actually had those. I guess these would be all the energies. Here's the card covers, protectors, which is good because I ran out of them. That's why I figured I'd open these to get them in. So, of course, we've got this beautiful promo card and the dividers that go with it. And I did wash my hands, they're nice and dry. So let's knock this out and see what we get. I don't go through and like, oh, hide the cards. I just, you know, go through them and I just open them straight out. Because I don't have that much of a presence online. So, you know, that's why I'm going to just do it this way and go for it and see what I get, see what I don't get, you know. Duskull, love that. Love that hologram on that one. Catch a Bug and Arch Duo. It looks like letters, don't they? And that would be it on that one. Let me put those down there. Put these right here. Put these right there. Put the regulars, and of course the redeem Pokemon. Who even does these? Use the code to unlock your online reward. I'll always pop this up. Make sure. I think these have been around for like 5 years now. I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So, and then when I was stationed in Washington State, we used to get these Pokemon. I wasn't big on them. I always collect, you know, the toys and stuff for the kids, for my two kids. That's how it was, and that's how I loved doing that. Buddy Buns. Oh yeah. I got. Oh, wait a minute. I got two of these. Wait a minute. They're not. Okay. And Holo Energy. Okay, those are nice. Take that if you guys want that. There's some kids actually like this. They collect them digitally. I'm not a digital collector. It was some cards that I got. They're from Marvel. They're digital only. I don't see the point. Don't care. And I just don't particularly care for digital because it's just like, to me, it's just an NFT that I don't care for. So, hey, bud. That's why I saw that black belt training, execute. I will always look for a Mimikyu. I don't care, you know. I love my Mimikyu. And there's well, that's not fully holographic, is it? Let me look. Of course, there's the code. Let me look at this. I got three owls in a row. So yeah, they're two of these are different from that one. So if you look, I got the silver around here and the hollow in there. Yeah, and this one's completely shiny all the way through. So get that in there. Let's see. My daughter loves her Pokeballs, so they got them from the Poke store or whatever it is. So there's a certain one that she likes. I'm trying to get a hold of him. I'm trying to get one so I can send her one. So I can do this. Oh, there's another one. I like that one. That one. And of course, there's the code if anybody ever wanted to use that. I gotta look, see what the guidebook, the player's guide will show me, won't they? Hopefully. Here, let me pull this out first. There it is. Professor's research. Some say that's, is it Ash Ketchum from the future? Somebody did a deep dive and say that is because he got a Pikachu right in the beginning, and Pikachu is the one who saves the world. Every time I see this one, I think of Lemmings, because the Lemmings were green-haired. So, that one. Ooh. Okay. Black and white energy. Nice. Okay. Just try to save one. I always try to save one card cover. Nostalgic reasons. People say I collect trash that way. I'm like, nah. You should see my Marvel cards, that are back in my mother of my children's homes. I have to get it. I hope they will one day. Itchy Polland. That's also one of my favorite ones there. And Screaming Tail Eevee. I mean, gosh, I can't even remember. Wow, I am like only Professor Oats. That's the one I was looking for. Glaceon. There you go. Professor Oats is Ash Ketchum. That's what people were saying online on YouTube. And there's the the code. And he came in from the future because of you and Pikachu will save the world and blah blah blah. It came out because they were just putting things together from the movie, which I don't know if I'd get into that or not, but I just know that an economy ran on catching insects and stuff like that to fight, or animals to fight. Goldie and execute to fight and all that. To me, that doesn't seem like a very economical way. And then, of course, charged with all these animal abuse allegations. You know, that's why I love it when someone says, "Hey, if you like Pokemon, this is it. This is what you're gonna do." And then think about it: letting your 10-year-old run all over the world to become the best there ever is. No school, no way of surviving. You know, so how are you gonna do this? How are you gonna do this? So I saw people pull demigods and god packs, really nice, where every one of them were holographic and beautifully done. So and the reason why I said I was going to open these because there's going to be some more coming out soon, so it'll eventually end up having to, you know, the price is going to drop eventually. I'm not here to collect, to sell, mainly to trade, if anything. If I can do that, if I ever get a chance to go to a place that does this kind of stuff, you know, I remember taking my son to one long time ago, and he just wanted to go there just because it's cool. All right, got one box done. Here's another one. I'm going to cut this one so you guys can see. I'm not pulling boxes from just anywhere. I don't like what really, I just realized, you know, because there's no indication of the film doesn't have, the seal doesn't have markings on it. So, you know, you could always end up getting repackaged. And that's one of the things that I saw. I saw people using ultrasound and also what else? Metal detectors. So it's those people are ruining it, and then of course those people that go and chase down vending machine guys and block people from using them, so they can use up all the vending machine the stuff inside the vending machines. You know, of course, Eevee. And they use it and they ruin it for everybody. You know, I'm just glad I live in a small town and I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, living in a small town, you're limited to what you can get at the same time. So it's a double-edged sword. Where it used to be up in Baltimore, you know, I could get whatever I need because there was comic book places everywhere. But then again, who knows what happens now, because comic book stores are almost non-existent. They're dying off. Hope my favorite ones, Mile High Comics and Third Eye and Midtown Comics will always be around. Those guys are the big three that I feel that, I mean, I visited, I've been there and I loved them. And I'll always, there we go. Nice, got that one. So I will put these away when I'm done. Then again, you guys can laugh at me and go, oh, those are pieces of garbage. Those aren't worth anything. Yeah, I know. You know, just because they're hologram or shiny, you know, that's how my mind is. If they're shiny, they're good. I won't play Pokemon anymore. That's for sure. This is too much of a complicated game for me to play anymore. I don't even think I've only played like 4 times in my life, and everybody else has played so many times. So I'm not even there for that. And then they had for a while Star Wars with the small miniatures, which, oh man, I loved. Took time out to play with my son with that. But I ended up collecting the miniatures. So, you know. So I'm like, oh, it's shiny. That's how I am. getting the Star Destroyers and all that kind of stuff, and enjoy those things. And that's how I played. You know, I played a couple times. Took them to a couple of competitions, just small ones. Nova Squadron used to have them every year, and they would have these cool coins, and I would contact the owners who's running the show, the games, and I would buy the coins because my son and I couldn't make it to them. Here we go, black belt. That's what I wanted. I wanted a shiny one of those. And Pikachu XQ. Got that. Oh, Pikachu. Let's see. So I would get him challenge coins, really nice ones that are really cool, just like the ones you would see at GameStop when you buy games. Sometimes you get a coin in a game. Those type things, but they're made just specifically for the competitions, for the people who'd show up for the games and play. I wish they would still be around, but they're gone. They no longer compete anymore. Too many backstabbings and stuff like that happened. So and then COVID hit, so that ruined it. So I wish they would also make these shiny in the back. And if I ever get a nice killer pack, I definitely would be happy. Demigod pack or God pack. I don't ever buy on Whatnot because Whatnot's been gone to trash with the way that people treat the customers on there when it comes to certain things. I'll go to eBay or Facebook before I do that. So, and I'm always going to be, my love is for the first 151 Pokemon, that came out. It's just something that I've always thought, because of course you watch the show, and that's how I got hooked, watching it with the kids and stuff. So, oh my goodness, surprised Neko's being quiet. So this is it. Both is here. I'm going to be getting new packs of Marvel renditions Spider-Man because I want to complete a certain type of sets. That's what I'm going to end up doing, and hopefully I can get that Umbreon. That's really nice. But of course the prismatics. Everybody wants the prismatics. So I'll show you what they are here in just a minute. This is the last one. Here's the card. ... And of course I would love to get a fully decked out art piece, but of course that'll never happen. But I'm also I've got friends in Japan right now that are doing stuff for me. I'm not going to say what's going on. I'm going to keep that a secret, and hopefully I can come out on top with it. So let's see. So kids, y'all can yay or nay tell me what I got. If they suck, let me know. I'd appreciate it. And even if I did get a prismatic, I won't, I don't go into shock too much. I try not to, because I'm trying to keep my cool. Shiny cards are not all worth it, right? I remember trying to get a printing plate for the first ones about 22 years ago. And there's like very hard to come by and very hard to find now. Some people are like, oh, what is this? What is this? You see them on Reddit right now. I'm like, oh, damn, I could have had a chance when I was over in Japan to grab one, you know, or where I was. This is really nice. I like that one. And then I get one, you know, you can't get them anymore. You know, I do have a printing plate of Marvel stuff, an actual comic book. This is the what is it? Pokeball version, right? Because there's the Pokeball in there, and I've got a couple of comic books that were printed, that were print plates, and I love them, and they're backwards and they're hard to read unless you want to open it up and print it out, you know, and ink it and print it. The one I have is Pink Panther, and it doesn't have all the word bubbles filled in, and some of the characters are not fully visible because it's different colors for the comic book itself. And those are what I liked. I liked collecting those things. I'm a huge collector. I mean, if you've seen this channel, you've seen what I have. So, different stuff, different things here and there. So, Glaceon, EX. So, and then there's just so many different things that are out in this world other than Pokemon cards, you know, stuff like that. So that's what I plan on doing. I mainly collect 6-scale figures, and they came out with Deadpool and Wolverine, with a dirty version of Deadpool with the claws out and everything else like that, with the adamantium skeleton version that's on display right now, coming soon on a lot of the sites. Mine is Sideshow Collectibles. All right, kids. I appreciate it. Kids means everybody, adults and stuff like that. I appreciate it. Like, comment, tell me if I did it. If I didn't, tell if I don't know what I'm doing, which I'd highly appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.